Good cold morning here. We're out doing some tree planting today.
Did I just hit a hydro line?
Alright, good cold morning here. We're out doing some tree planting today. As you guys can see, we've got the 303 Mini X, a little mini dump truck that we're putting the dirt into. And then we brought in a few skid steers. So we got Lamar working with our 75 XT, bringing in the topsoil to fill in around the trees once they're planted. And we got Mario using a 60 XT to bring the trees over, put them in place with Nelson. And then we've got Jason working with me. He's going around cutting the circles out with the X-Acto knife and measuring, making sure holes are on center, and cleaning up with a shovel, and also driving the dump truck ahead for me. So yeah, we're gonna get to work, keep digging up these holes, and I'm gonna show you guys the process.
So what we're doing here is actually just trying to remove the organic topsoil material first. Now this is topsoil that we actually put here ourselves, literally just a few months prior when we were actually doing this whole entire subdivision for grading and sodding. And real quick here, you can actually see the houses right here a few months ago before we had the sod laid. These are the houses we're planting trees on. And here you see an overview of the entire phase that we did this summer. All these houses here in this square were graded and sodded by us just a few months ago. So we put all this topsoil in, so I'm just taking it out and putting it on the sides, on the edges of the grass. The reason why I'm doing that is when we put the tree, it's not very much, but it's a little bit just so that they can put around the ball of the tree to stabilize it before Lamar comes around with our 75 XT and adds in some triple mix, nice fine soil around the actual tree and creates a ball around it and fills up the whole rest of it with that better quality soil. Again, this is topsoil. It's just a little bit that I'm putting on the sides just so they have some material to brace the tree when they put it in the hole. And then the fill material, which is just below the topsoil, that material is what I'm loading into the dump truck, and Jason is then taking that away off-site completely. So right here, I was just thinking, did I just hit a hydro line? Now we had our locates done, which of course you always locate before you dig. But in this case here, we had our locates done, and the hydro does pass by in the area where we're digging, but shouldn't have been exactly in that spot. It should have been a few feet away still from where we were digging. Although my initial reaction was, oh damn, I just hit a hydro line. But in reality, what I actually hit was an old Christmas decoration candy cane that somebody had laid down on their front lawn. And over time with the construction process, it got buried under all the fill and everything, all the materials. So it was way down, way deeper than even the topsoil we had placed. To my relief, it was just a Christmas decoration candy cane. So this is a little game we play called Perfect Circle. We try to see how many of these cutouts we can take out all in one shot without ripping them apart into multiple pieces. Time for a coffee break. Guys who drink coffee work well together, stay together. What do you got there, Mario?
Huh?
Oh, what's that?
Black with no sugar.
Black, no sugar?
No sugar.
What do you got?
Huh?
What do you got?
A stomach.
Well, that too, yeah.
A problem.
Start with, the list is too long, we don't have time for that.
I got games, I got a PS5, I got a TV. I got an empty Contigo.
Black? Regular? Regular?
No.
Regular? Yeah, regular. I'm regular too, so just me and Nelson. Only two regulars here, everyone else.
Here you go, Reggie.
Ah, there we go. See?
Take a look in here.
Oh, and what else we got there? Look at that, eh? So, digging trees here, and there's one car down there who's parked on the boulevard for some strange reason, besides me. We've been knocking on the door all morning, and we've notified the builder, who's now contacted them. We've asked neighbors. Sad thing is, the people actually appear to be home, as we keep seeing the curtains move. So they're clearly home, and for some weird reason, they're refusing to answer the door or their emails or calls from the neighbor or the builder. And it's just really frustrating. They can see us working here on the street. It's pretty clear we need to plant a tree in the boulevard. And yeah, they've just got their car parked there. So I don't even know why you're parked on the boulevard. It's town property and it's grass, so they got an empty driveway there. I don't understand it, but anyways, so far what we're dealing with. But now we've skipped ahead, and if they don't get it moved by the end of the day, maybe we'll have to just get it towed, because we're not going to leave this whole site because of one tree. We're trying to get it all done today. So anyways, hopefully that works out. And it finally moved out of the way. I had to go and personally speak to the lady and tell her that, you know what, like, it's either you move it yourself, because actually the car was on in the morning. They had the car running first thing in the morning. They saw us planting trees, and they decided, you know what, I think I'm just going to go inside and not move the car. So that's what happened, and we knew they were home. They kept moving the curtains when we'd knock the door and look at us and knock them outside.
So I finally just had to go and tell her, listen, like we're done planting trees now. Like we are done everything else, and I had to come back here at the very end to plant this one. So I had to tell her that, you know what, we're gonna have to get the thing towed. So either she can move it or we'll just call a tow truck. And all of a sudden the keys showed up and she was able to move it. So unfortunately I had to come to that. But anyways, other than that, the day went really smooth. We got all these trees planted all the way around the bend. It's like a big U-shaped lot, or a big U-shaped site. And yeah, we got everything done. Just gonna finish up this last one now and pack her up and head over to the next one. So typically when we go to plant a tree, we like to get a consistent, nice, even line going. We measure off a consistent straight line. And in this case, we're using the curb. You can use either the curb or a sidewalk if it's there. This one we're using the curb, and we're measuring a consistent 65 inches. So it's always the same. We locate that and give it a mark. And that's how we keep it straight. And then the depth we measure as well. Keep a nice even border around. Okay, now I'm recording you. Go right ahead, buddy. So let's see this cut.
How this works is
you take a knife, right? Step one, you take a knife.
Yeah.
You open the knife. Okay, let's start with the basics.
You put 1 foot on the dot.
1 foot on the dot. Show us the dot. No one can see the dot. Ah, okay, there's really revealed.
And then you just kind of like roughly, I'm gonna pick right here. And you just
So always trying to keep your, let's go follow Jason in a circle. We're those guys walking around in a circle here on the street.
And then you gotta find where your other line is.
Beautiful. And that is the key to, Joe, that is the key to a nice straight line. You guys can see all the trees. A nice straight line down the road. See one, they disappear. And yeah. That's how we do it. So when they place the tree too, there's a little bit of wiggle room, obviously, then when they make sure it's lined up with the other ones. But we got to dig the hole in the right spot for that to happen. So you can see here, we go back afterwards at the end and put this triple mix on all the trees. We do a nice round on them, backfill whatever we didn't have enough topsoil for, and make sure it's nicely and secure, the tree all packed around, and then do a nice bed round with topsoil all the way around. And then after, we go back and do the same process with mulch, just putting a layer of mulch. That's how we wrap it up.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed coming along on this somewhat turbulent day. If you did, please remember to give the video a like. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram at dirty.diggers. Find the link on my homepage banner. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, thank you for watching.